So hi, Brick Baron's back again. I'm going to share with you the Lego Town Plan. This was set number 10184. It came out back in 2008. It wasn't around long. It retired in November of 2009. It had a retail price at the time of $150 USA. It has a price per piece count, if I'm not mistaken, of 7.9 cents a brick. And there was just under 2,000 pieces with this set. You get three buildings, two vehicles, the fountain, you get the gas pumps, you get 8 minifigures. I think enough said about that. It looks absolutely phenomenal. It is a great set if you're starting a city or starting a town layout. It has a great 1950s kind of American feel. So let's start with the minifigures as always and take a look at them. So there they are. You have 8 of them. They look pretty good. You have two service station attendants. You have a guy in a muscle shirt. Not sure what he's doing there. You have the groom. You have the bride. You have, I guess, two town folk there. And this fellow on the end, he works at the movie theater taking the tickets. You also get two vehicles with this build. You have a blue roadster car from the 1950s. You also have a 1950s era tanker truck. Both vehicles look really nice. Would have liked to see more tiling on the tanker truck, though. Let's take a closer look at the vehicles. So we'll start with the blue sports car, the little coupe here. You can tell he has the tail fins, which is very symbolic of the 1950s style cars, the muscle cars. It does fit one minifigure, but it does not have any doors that allow the minifigure an access point. Okay, but it's tiled off very nicely. Smaller wheelbase, but I'm okay with that. It looks really sharp. The tanker truck also is very reminiscent of the 1950s, late early 1960s. I just would have liked to have seen. It does have a door here on the side to put tools in. It does have a door for access point for your minifigure. As I was saying before, the only real criticism I have with this one is I would have liked to have seen a little more tiling on it just to kind of really spruce it up. It does have the gas pump back here, the hose, that you can, of course, refill your gas pumps at your service station. You have that classic octane, the red, the green, the white color scheme there. But overall, a solid build. Now moving over to the town hall itself. The town hall is really a great build. It's interesting to me, though, it kind of looks more like a church than a town hall, but I digress. It spent a lot of detail with the exterior, got a lot of flowers there, a lot of plants to really spruce it up. Around the back, you see it's not very deep. It's more of a facade. On the first floor, you do walk in those doors. You do have like a little desk there where someone, I guess, would greet you and possibly direct where you were going to go. Although, as you can see, there's nowhere to go. It's a very small building. And kind of on this side, you can get a look at sort of the height in the back. Love the dark green, by the way. The lamppost, interesting little build. And kind of one of the features I want to show you in a second is right here. The steps are actually done with those little panel white pieces instead of just bricks or by straight out tile pieces. It's a very nice little touch there, I thought. So a very smooth looking building. I love it, but it looks more like a church to me than a town hall. Now the town hall also does come with this fountain, which is really special because you have those three gold bricks, which are fairly rare. And it does come with this plate that is a light blue trans clear color, which really makes the water look kind of nice without the tiling. You get that little newspaper there. It's a sticker piece on there. Two benches. Really nice. Now moving on to the Palace Cinema. Well, I'm sorry, not Palace Cinema. This is just the cinema. I love the color scheme. This thing really is like you walked into a setting in the 1950s. There's your little ticket guy there. You do these two small builds there for ropes to hold back the lines. There he is inside the booth. It's tricky to get him in there, but he does fit. There is that piece there in the front that does have a cash register printed on it. The whole thing does come apart, or course, does come off, so you can kind of look inside. And in a second, we're going to walk inside and show you what's in there. So here we're about to go inside the cinema and take a look at it. Again, it's not a very deep building. You do walk in these doors here. You're greeted with the gumball machine. You do have a small area here where you can sell concessions. There is a printed cash register piece right there on the table. Sorry, it's out of focus. And put that back in there. I do like what Lego did as far as the camera, to squeeze it all inside this small space. That was kind of their solution. It gives the appearance of the camera, although it's not really a special like room where the camera would be normally. So you would go through these doors here into the actual theater itself to watch the movie. You do get some seating. You have about 5 seats there. The back row there is elevated slightly, so many things in the back can see, and it looks like they're showing Western. So again, not a deep building, but it does give you enough inside for kids to play with, enough detail to possibly mock out later for serious builders. Let's go back to the exterior. And the roof is really solid. A lot of bricks up there. The cinema is kind of tall when you factor in how tall the sign is. On the side, you do have some sticker pieces here for movies that are both showing now and will be showing in the future. These are all kind of 50s style movie posters that you have seen. Remember, the 50s was a time, I wasn't born at the time, but from watching old movies and being a history buff that I am, I know that Westerns were very popular at the time. Also, classic science fiction where aliens were coming down from Mars to, wreak havoc on humanity. And those posters reminisce, or I should say, really reflect that time period. Now, the cinema sign is detailed. Those are stickers there. They're peeling up somewhat because the set is 10 years old. I was fortunate to get this off of eBay, and I paid, I think, $150 for it, plus $7 or $8 to ship it. Love the color scheme, just amazing. Now, moving on to the actual service station, this is the real reason I bought the set. This service station is a 1950s style service station, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I love everything about this. I love the look, I love the curvature, I love the big glass windows, I love the fact that it has both a car wash in it and it has a garage. It even has a little snack shop inside. I love the sign. It's very reminiscent, again, of the 1950s and what you would have seen in what I always consider classic Americana. Let's start with the gas pumps. The gas pumps look phenomenal, in my opinion. Not a huge amount of detail, but they do their job. Those are stickered pieces on top with the Octan logo. And of course, you also do get the pumps there. They do just sort of connect there, and it can be used to refuel your vehicle as needed. I also like those 2 lights that came with it. So if you're like me and a big fan of antiques, again, this set is really kind of special. Okay, let's take a look at the actual service station itself, which has really 3 separate parts to it. It does have this great looking sign. The sticker is peeling up a little bit, but it's 10 years old. What are you going to do, right? Now you have, of course, the car wash part, you have the service station part, and of course you have the store part in the front. Here's the car wash. You have 3 big rollers. These move in, and the other one goes up and down as well. You also have some utilities out here, 2 oil drums, a utility cart with some tools on it, and a hand cart. I love the curvature there around the front. It's just so 1950s style. Nothing too spectacular about that build. Let's take a look at the roof. Why not? Again, a little bit of detail. Would have loved to see more tiling up there, but I get it. It's supposed to be reminiscent of a Lego set you would have had from many years ago. And back in those days, they didn't tile most of the exterior on those sets. Now, it is on a hinge, so you can get better playability inside. That's the car wash there. We'll kind of move on here in a second to the actual garage, and we'll swivel it out and get a better look inside. The garage is pretty bare. The car wash is over there. But you do get these garage doors, which are nice. You do get a workbench inside. And you also get a place to put your extra tires for the recycling. Although back then, I don't think they recycled tires as much as they do today. Another shot of the garage. And of course, the convenience store in the center of it. So do I like the hinge build? Would I prefer it be more fixed? I like the hinge. Because now we can get a better look at the convenience store. You have the cash register. You have a couple bottles of something up there. You got an apple, a banana, and a croissant. Again, not a huge amount of detail in the interior, but that's okay, because we as Lego builders can go back and add those in later as we see fit. And that is the service station, my favorite part of the build. I did decide to do a short snippet here at the end about the actual instruction manuals you do get with this set, only because this is a 50-year anniversary. It does have a letter from the grandson of the founder. He details the history of the Lego brick, the patents, that kind of thing. And like all instruction manuals, it's well laid out, very colorful. Not a lot to say about that. And that kind of wraps up my review of this town plan. This is probably one of my favorite sets of all time. I finally have it. I'm very happy about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, please drop me a line in the comments. Thanks a lot. I'll see you. Bye.